welcome to At the Forefront, Fintech Conversations. I'm Michael Kngsley, a Senior Vice President at Forefront Communications. Today, I'm speaking with Tony Petrilli, who is the CEO of ViewTrade. ViewTrade is a leading provider of fintech and cross-border investing technology support and brokerage services for financial services companies around the world. Hi, Tony. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Michael. Happy to be here.
So now you guys, ViewTrade has actually been around for more than 20 years. Can you tell us what you've been doing in that time, what you guys do, and the kind of products and services you provide?
Sure. We've been servicing the needs of broker-dealers, advisors, fintechs around the world for those 20 years, providing the backbone technology solutions that they need, access to U.S. markets as well as foreign markets that they require. And we do that through both our technology company that focuses on the technology aspects of this, as well as our broker-dealer that obviously is a license on our technology and allows us to provide the turnkey brokerage solutions that the customers are also looking for.
So who are your clients and how do they use ViewTrade?
Our clients are predominantly non-US based financial service firms that are looking to access the US market. Many of them are public companies in their respective markets. They're the leaders in their markets around the world. Our clients are in Asia, they're in Europe, they're in the Middle East, Latin America, and as well, quite frankly, the US as well. They are leading firms, traditional brokerage firms, full service brokerage firms, fintech firms, as well as a lot of startups in the financial service space and embedded finance.
What's the breakdown between domestic and international, and which came first?
International was always first. That's our pedigree. We've been doing cross-border business since inception for 20 years plus now. Really specializing in that cross-border investing process, which is a specialty in and of itself. I mean, there's some very unique challenges. You need to understand not only the U.S. rules and regulations, but the regulations of where your clients operate from. You need to understand the banking aspects of how money moves cross-border in order to fund these investment accounts. There's just a lot to it, much more, quite frankly, sophisticated, complicated than just doing business in one country. And I've been doing this for 40 years. I began doing international business when I was at Morgan Stanley, and I've been doing cross-border business literally my entire 40-year career. And so I think in many ways we are a specialist in this cross-border activity. But the breakdown, to answer your question specifically, I would say it's probably 70% a cross-border business with non-US based firms and 30% with the US based firms.
And which would you say is the fastest growing? Is there a particular region that you're focused on at the moment of any of the ones you mentioned?
They're both growing quite rapidly, both on the US side and the cross-border side. But obviously there's many more countries than just the US. So if you want to look at it geographically, we operate today with clients in 26 different countries. Wow. And we continue to add to that. So, you can say the whole world is really growing, at least with us, with respect to the businesses and the companies we service. So, it continues. So we've just entered some business and begun doing some business in, I'll give you just a range. For instance, we have clients in Australia, clients in Peru, clients in Colombia, clients in Israel, clients in Hong Kong. I mean, we're literally everywhere in terms of working with financial service firms. It's been quite exciting and quite challenging.
Yeah, it's great. It's a spread across the world, and you listed a whole bunch of different types of client profiles, user types, and so on. Can you dig in a little bit more and tell us exactly how those different profiles, how they're using what you do, how do they interact with ViewTrade and the technology you provide?
Yeah, it depends on the nature of the firm, the client, our client. Again, we're always B2B. So we always do B2B2C, meaning our client is always the entity that's interfacing with the end customers. Our job is to serve as them as a broker-dealer, or them as a fintech, or them as an embedded finance solution. That's what we do. But it depends on who they are, how sophisticated they are, how much resources they have themselves. So in some cases, it could be as simple as us providing a fixed connection, allowing them to access the US market, going through our technology, and we handle the outsourced operation for them in the US market as an example, all the way to the full tech stack, a white labeled front end solution, which we provide, a risk management engine, an OMS, an onboarding system, content, market data. I mean, these are all the things that clients can get from us, either as a full turnkey package or they pick the part that they need, and we'll deliver just that part to them.
So I imagine the buy versus build dilemma is very top of mind for the people you're interacting with as prospects and clients. Can you talk to us about how they kind of square that circle of buy versus build?
Yeah, I mean, look, our whole business model is built around basically one concept: improving client revenues, reducing their costs, and improving their margins. Okay, that's our mission. And so clients look at us exactly along those lines. When they look at us, they realize that there's a lot of resources that typically have to be spent on the back end, the backbone piece, which doesn't necessarily provide them a competitive advantage for them to build it themselves. I'll give you a classic example. If you look at any full service brokerage firm, what you'll typically find is 70% of their team, their staff, their resources are back end, middle and back office functions, 30% focused on the front end, client facing side of things, right? So when they're looking at the build buy decision, they're realizing that they're spending a lot of money, that 70%, on that back end middle office component, and that could be better if they were able to free those resources up and put them into the front end. That's where they create their own competitive advantages in the market, right? That's where they're interfacing, that's where they're touching their customer, that's where they're establishing their brand. And so clients very often, when they come to us, they make that build buy decision by realizing that if they buy the middle and the back from us, they have more resources and to focus on the front, which is exactly where they want to be spending their money. That's what really creates their value proposition to their customer. And so very often we'll win the middle and back end process for them.
I wonder how much of this is just the classic dilemma of buy versus build, or whether there's market pressures and that this has sort of come to the fore more than in recent years, and that there's cost pressures and that sort of thing that are really driving them.
Yeah, cost pressures continue to mount. Revenue opportunities have to become more diversified. Fees are going down, costs are going up. So it becomes more and more of a challenge to have a full build solution in-house when you can outsource the most expensive part, which is the middle of the back. Now, what I'm describing to you is a fintech is an example that needs to build all this. If they're already an established broker-dealer, meaning they're a full-service broker-dealer, they may need an overlay on top of what they're able to do today in their current tech stack, as opposed to modifying it. Okay, so what happens is there's a lot of legacy systems out there that are designed to do a certain thing. Well, innovation in financial services is happening so rapidly that very often those legacy systems can't keep up. They don't have the ability built within them to keep up with the innovation. That's where we can help, because we can overlay our technology on top of their legacy systems. They don't have to change their legacy systems. They overlay our technology above it, and now they can begin doing some of the more innovative things that they were never designed to do. And that's a huge cost savings, huge for them. It also reduces their risk dramatically, because they don't have to change what they already working. So it's a big advantage for customers to work with us in that way.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And it definitely sounds like the marketplace is at an inflection point right now. And I know you guys had a great year in 2022, culminating at the end of the year with the addition of carrying broker services. So I wonder if you could talk for a minute just about what those carrying broker services mean to ViewTrade specifically, and what it means to the larger industry.
Yeah, so historically on the broker-dealer side of our business, we've been an introducing broker, meaning clients would use our technology to access the markets through us. We'd be the executing broker for them, but their accounts, their custody accounts, their customer brokerage accounts, we would open up with a different firm, a clearing firm or bank custodian, using our technology, and they would access, and that worked perfectly well. But again, this notion that I brought up before, the innovation, the speed of innovation that's happening in the marketplace, clients are finding that they need to have a single provider more and more. The more people they bring into this in trying to be their solution set, the more difficult it is, the least flexible it becomes, because you've got to convince more parties to participate in that process. So clients have been asking us for years, can you also carry our customer accounts so that we can just work with you and your technology to create these solution sets that our customers are looking for? So yes, in 2022, towards the end of 2022, we got our license from FINRA, where our broker-dealer now can add that license on top of our technology and provide the custody solutions that our customers are looking for. It doesn't change the fact that we still work with third party, with custodian, bank custodians, broker custodians, but we do so as ViewTrade as opposed to our customer having to deal with them directly.
That's great. That's exciting. And I like how you sort of put it in the context of the marketplace overall, that people are trying to streamline, look for efficiencies, and kind of work together.
And speed to market, innovation. That's really the biggest driver. It's not just cost, it's how fast they have to innovate in order to keep up with the demands of the retail customers.
And what kind of feedback are you getting as you put the message out there that you're offering this?
They've been asking for it. I mean, they are very, very positive feedback.
Yeah,
they see us as a partner in their innovation. That's a really, a wonderful place to be. I mean, for clients to look at us as a partner in their innovation, not as a vendor, not as someone they have to work with, but as a partner in their innovation. You couldn't be prouder of being in that position. And a lot of people use the word partnership, but with us, it really is. We are part of their enterprise solution set, and that is that's a very wonderful place to be. It's good to have friends who are your clients, and clients who are your friends.
That's really great, and it sort of plays into my next question, which is the longevity of ViewTrade. Right at the top, we said that you've been around for more than 20 years, and a lot of the competition has come and gone over that time. Wondering if you could build on what you just talked about there, the partnerships, and tell us what else that you think you guys do differently from the competition that's helped you stay on the scene for so long.
We really understand this business intimately. I mean, as I mentioned, myself and others at our firm have been doing this for many, many years in many different firms, the top, world-class firms, and our pedigree, right? We've always been focused on how do we help our clients who are financial service firms from day one, B2B, how do we help them service the needs of their customers? Some of our competitors started from different pedigree. Many of them have. They started off perhaps as a B2C firm themselves and found that didn't work very well for them, and then said, okay, how am I going to use this? Let me try to get into the B2B space. But none of them really understand this business the way we understand it. None of them have been with, as I said, world-class companies around the world for as long as we have, 20 plus years doing B2B service, and really exclusively B2B services from day one. And so we really understand them as a client. We understand their business intimately, our client's business intimately. And we've been an innovator with them from the beginning. Many of them began accessing or providing access to markets outside of their own market for the very first time with us. And they've been with us from the beginning. I mean, many of the clients we had 20 years ago are still with us. In fact, all of them. And we tend to have very long-term relationships with our clients because of just the way we operate. We're not here to raise capital for ourselves. We're not looking to open as many accounts as we can because we want to, we need to raise capital or we need to brag about something. We focus on our clients and what do they need, and that's what we do, and that's what we've been doing behind the scenes for a long time.
That's really great. And to wrap up, I want to take what you're saying there and ask you, what is it that the clients and you are most focused on for 2023 as we move into the year?
Yeah, 2023 is going to be a year where we're going to be helping our clients not just continue to obviously service the needs of their self-directed client base or transactional-based client base, but we're also going to be looking to see how we can help them target the long-term investor and their high net worth clients with a broader set of investment products, long-term, designed around long-term investing. We are going to be setting up an operation over in India that will be focused on cross-border business using through India, not just servicing the Indian marketplace, but that whole region, if not perhaps the world from that location. I mean, there's a lot of innovation that's coming now that we've been working on for the last 2 years. One of the things I should mention is we always work on a 2 to 3 year forward cycle. In other words, we meet with our clients, the CEOs, we talk about what it is that they're looking to try to accomplish, where they think the market's going to go, where do they think they need to be. And it's the old saying, you want to skate to where the puck is going. Well, in this world, because of the level of complexity from a technology and regulatory perspective, you really got to be doing that 2 to 3 years ahead and work towards that. So a lot of the things that we've set up with our clients back in 2020 are now coming to market. We're going to be bringing them to market and offer them to our clients so they can build on them and within their own business models in 2023. We're doing that at the same time we're planning for 25 and 26, where the market's going there. So clients really appreciate that we make that investment in our technology for their benefit. We hire people thinking about the future for their benefit, and we're really here for their benefit. I mean, we're really, they do see us as an extension of their enterprise and their operation. And again, we're very proud of that and something we cherish quite a bit.
It's really great. And it's an exciting history and even more exciting days ahead, it sounds like. So thank you very much, Tony, for your time today. We really appreciate it. If you'd like to learn more about ViewTrade, you can visit their website at viewtrade.com. If you'd like to learn more about Forefront, you can visit us at forefrontcoms, that's COMMS.com. Thanks again to Tony, and thanks very much to all of you for watching and listening.